Happy harvest season. Oh wow, I really like this Zoom background. So cool. Happy harvest season, everyone. Alright, I think I'm ready. Shame is a thief of our past. Anxiety is a thief of our future. Self-compassion is our saving grace always. I actually like that phrase. Shame is a thief of our past. Anxiety is a thief of our future. Self-compassion is our saving grace. Taken from the book, Breaking the Cycle of Hurtful Family Experiences. I forget who the author is. Hello, good morning everyone. Sharon Ann here. Allow me the opportunity to introduce myself to those of you who do not know me. Sharon Ann here. Allow me the opportunity to introduce myself to those of you who don't know me. I'm a 5K walker and a 5K runner. I love writing poetry and performing my works of art at open mic nights, mainly Starbucks, Panera, coffee shops in the area. Yep, I'm a poetry writer, alright. Mostly write about spirituality. I love swimming laps and I'm very passionate about all things mental health. Psychology conferences? Yep, you can bet I'll attend them. Webinars? Yep, love them all. So anyway, I wanted to come on today talking to you about shame, anxiety, and self-compassion. 3 words I'm sure all of us have experienced at one point or another. Shame. It can be described like Winnie the Pooh Bear, from your childhood days, on Disney Channel, Nick Jr., Cartoon Network. I don't know what channel it was on. I think it was mainly the Disney Channel. Then again, I grew up with only one channel in the Philippines. Anyway, shame, it can be described like Winnie the Pooh Bear when he goes for a pot of honey and refuses to share his supply with others. The word causes us to feel a sense of false guilt, doubt, to question our motives and desires. I know on my end, I've experienced shame by saying hurtful things to others without thinking of how my choices and decisions could negatively affect others. I've experienced shame by setting low expectations for myself on achieving my goals when I know I can do better. There's always room for improvement. It's been said that shame is a thief of our past, and I believe this phrase could not be any more accurate than it already is. I think that with shame, we stay trapped in the past, but refuse to take the necessary steps to move forward in life. With shame, rather than use our past to help us move forward in life, that we fall back into old patterns and negative ways of managing life. Question: how would you define shame, and how has shame impacted your life, either positively or negatively? Again, the question is, how would you define shame, and how has shame impacted your life, either positively or negatively? Moving on, anxiety, dun 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 dun. That word that sounds like an ant bite, or the boogeyman, or a ghost. Moving on, anxiety, dun dun dun. Anxiety, it can be described as an ant bite. You never know when it's going to creep up or when it's going to attack you next. Anxiety is scared to say the word, as it's often followed by tears, shortness of breath, and the body's ability to make you feel like you're treading through waist-deep quicksand, or feeling like a hurricane coming. The genuine sense of fear of the unknown. I'll go ahead and share here. I battle anxiety in my own life, yet one thing that triggers my anxiety the most is being around family. And those of you who grew up in toxic families know how triggering that can be. I'll go ahead and share here that I battle anxiety in my own life. Yet one thing that triggers my anxiety the most is being around family. I know that when I try to have a conversation with family, but it'll always end with a screaming match, gaslighting, or my words twisted around to where my family member is either the hero and I'm the victim. I also face anxiety being around them as they can't accept any opinion that is different than theirs. And if I voice my opinion on a given subject, then what I have to say is taken out of context, and I regret talking to them in the first place. It's like, you win if you talk, you don't win if you talk. Or, keep quiet, don't say anything, just to keep the peace. I know that sounds really mean to say. Question: how has anxiety manifested itself in your own life? What are some techniques you find helpful when an anxiety attack takes place? Again, question: how has anxiety manifested itself in your own life? What are some techniques you find helpful when an anxiety attack takes place? Moving on. Lastly, let's talk about self-compassion. Self-compassion. It's been said that self-compassion is our saving grace always. I like that. When we are compassionate with ourselves, we learn to show ourselves self-love, to show ourselves grace, and to love the many qualities that make us who we are. When we have self-compassion, we pour into ourselves, no longer beating ourselves up over things of the past. At least that's how I see self-compassion. I know on my end, I'm learning how to display self-compassion, to be gentle with myself, to love myself rather than put myself down all the time. Something I'm used to doing, especially when you live in a toxic, narcissistic family. Like, sometimes it's like their thoughts become your thoughts, their feelings become your feelings, and it's really hard to separate things because you're just in survival mode. I'm learning how to be the best version of myself possible. Daily affirmations are really, really a plus for me in being around a system of supportive people. Friends, there you have it. Shame, anxiety, and self-compassion. Which of these three do you identify with the most and why? Feel free to comment below. Bye-bye. Have a great day, everyone.